I can
Oh,
see you, but you're not moving. Oh, there you
I
are.
can
Now you're
I
moving.
can hear you now. There's a bar at the bottom that's on my home screen, but it's never on my YouTube. And so when I click to go live, it's either like a back bar or like a reduce button or to put it in the background. So it kept sending me out. It kept
Oh,
putting it in the background. Oh my God. I hope that's the only thing that goes wrong tonight.
yes.
But hello, good to see you, my friend.
Hello, hello.
Oh, hey Janet. Oh my gosh, it is
Hey,
always
Janet.
something, boy. So Janessa, would you like to do my intro and your intro? I started my brows, but then I ran out of time to finish. Hey
Hello.
Tanya.
I remember. Hey, Tanya. I think I remember most of the intro because I know that it's the Crazy Troll Nation, and
And
it's
why?
crazy because you don't follow the beauty standards. You do what makes you feel good about yourself. We're winging it here, Dion. Don't give me that look.
You're right though, that is it.
And then we're trolls because we love green. I don't I don't remember anything all of a sudden.
Okay. Well, the crazy troll nation is crazy knowing you can be your authentic self in a
There we
world
go.
where people should tell you how you should be, how you should act, what you should or shouldn't do. And the troll part, Janessa was right. Wear what you want to wear and just rock it. Don't pay too much attention to what the beauty community says. And so here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing our natural features, enhancing them if we want to, when we want to,
When
but
we
never
want
feel like
to.
we have to.
Never feel like you have to. I remember that part.
Yeah. And two things about me. Sometimes I curse because I curse, and there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. I just finished my breakfast about 20 minutes ago, and I'm eating Skittles, and so it might make an appearance. I try to be aware of it to say, excuse me. And so, what is your intro to your channel, Janessa?
So I don't have a specific intro, but I always just usually start with some sort of terrible dad joke. And then we just talk about what the video is going to be, and then I say, if you're excited for all of that, then stick around because we're getting into it right now.
Okay, so where's our dad joke?
Oh, what is it? What do you call an alligator wearing a vest? An investigator.
I feel like I should have knew that, but I was like, what? That was a good one. An investigator. I like
Do I
that.
ever get that I resemble the guy from Rascal Flatts? I have not, but I think I know who you mean. I can kind of see it. I can kind of see it when I've got when I'm all spiked up
Okay, I
and have
put
no eyebrows.
Spencer on timeout
Oh,
for
I
a
didn't
day.
even see.
Oh, he said
Bye,
dude don't have no
Spencer.
brows. But I
Oh,
put him
yeah.
on timeout for a whole day, so
There we
he
go.
won't be
Yeah.
back tonight. Very rude. I'm an animal. I have Mountain Dew here. I have my iced tea here, which isn't actually iced tea, it's room temperature tea. And Skittles.
There we go.
What did you just do?
I'm making it bigger and smaller because I'm trying to get us to about the same size, but
I'm
then
tiny.
keep moving it.
I never tried that. No. Oh my
Oh,
God.
hello.
I never. None. I can't go small. Woo.
Oh, there
I've
you go.
never tried that before. I'm not trying that again. Ugh,
Yeah.
good grief.
All right, so
No,
we are doing color combinations. This whole thing, I suggested this literally because I just got in this palette and I want to play with it. And it's from Fantasy Cosmetica, and it's the Ranger palette, and it's like reds and greens, which are kind of odd, and I love them, and they are tricky because they're across from each other on the color wheel, so they could like blend together and become a little weird. Um, yeah, so it's definitely an interesting color combination, and we might add a little bit of Odin's Eye into the mix.
Hi,
The Grinch.
Sarah. Hi,
Hello,
Emma. I don't know
Emma.
what that's about.
Am
We
I
can
the
do
one
a
on the
week.
right? I think I'm the one on the right. I kind of look like the Grinch. And I
No,
like
but the
being
Grinch look
green.
I did for Christmas Eve dinner was really nice, though.
Oh yeah, there's that.
Mm. So what I'm going to be using, if I ever finish my brows, I am staying within. Bye, Emmy. Thank you for showing up. You can be on timeout with the other dude for 24 hours. So sticking with my, I've never had that one before. Sticking with my Petalmorphosis Plus series. We're going to be using Petalmorphosis and ABH Fall Romance. And so we're going to be using the reds and greens because that's what Janessa suggested. And I'm like, you know what? Using for this look because I am determined to get through this series. And I had like 10 more looks to do. And then I added like 2 more. So I'm just like, this is going to be a month of Petalmorphosis. And it's strange to me because that palette does not using it and just to see what I could do with it, which was the purpose why I purchased it. But it's a struggle, y'all. It's a struggle.
And then I have these. So these are just some singles from Odin's Eye. I did their spring mystery boxes and I got a few singles and then I just ordered a couple more to fill out a palette. But I've got a couple reds and a couple greens in here that I think, because I like this one, but it's a little bit more muted than I maybe, I still like it, but I think I want to punch up the color a little bit with Odin's Eye. So we'll see how it goes. I'll do mostly with the fantasy and then we'll see if we want to add a little extra.
That's a pretty palette. Now that I'm looking at myself, I kind of do look like the Grinch.
I thought maybe they were seeing into my soul because I feel like the Grinch every single day.
And I'm looking, I think it's because of my smile lines. Because these do go deep.
Oh, yeah.
Can I bring Emmy back? I ain't gonna worry about it.
It looks like Thursday's starting off to a Thursday kind of day. So.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So far, I have a lot of stuff on my face. I have the one size. This is the Secure the Sweat Primer. And then I decided to bust out this Revolution Glass Skin Primer. And this might go in the garbage after this because my foundation is not sitting very well on top of this. So I think it's a problem. I'm trying the Polite Society foundation that I did last time. And last time I liked that. And I used the Patrick Star with the Smashbox primer last time. So I think that it's this Makeup Revolution primer that's making it not behave. So we have a Made by Mitchell concealer. We have a Made by Mitchell liquid blush for some contour.
Not a
Makeup
blush.
Revolution contour. Yeah, all of his all of his cheek products are called blush, which I sort of hate, but I love the products, so I'm forced to say it in videos all the time.
Yeah, I kind of like it. You know why? Because it's Ebonics. That's probably why.
Blush.
Blush.
And then I just pulled out, I did a little baking with, in honor of Jen Love's deep dive into Too Faced, I pulled out the old school Peach Perfect loose powder because I haven't checked for Too Faced in a long time, but this Peach Perfect line, the Peaches and Cream line, was so good. The complexion products were so good.
I don't have anything from Too Faced. It's just it never drew me. Like early in my makeup journey, it drew me because everything drew me because YouTube was like, you got to get this, you got to get that. But then I realized that it really just wasn't my thing. And so once I walked away, it's like I know the brand exists, but like in my mind, I'm like, who are those people? It's like I don't even think about them. Except when I see like, thank you about the brows, even though they're on different continents today. I did a look earlier, Janessa. I had told myself if I wake up around 2, I'll do another Petalmorphosis Plus look and then go back to bed. And so that's what I did. Somebody's car went down the road and it was backfiring. And it woke me up. And I'm like, I looked at the clock. It was 20 after 2. I'm like, well, let me get up and do the look. I was back in bed by like 10 after 3. So I had my alarm set for 6:30, which I always do when I have a live that night. My phone updated so I can do groupings of alarms. And so I grouped an alarm and called it live streams. And so 6:30 is set, and then 7:45 as a reminder, get your ass ready and try and be on time. And the last one is 7:58, which is sit here and go ahead and log on. And so those are always there. I just have to turn it on and not have to schedule each individual
Oh, nice.
alarm. So when it went off at 6:30, I woke up like I was startled. I was sleeping good. I was like, oh my gosh, that was a good sleep.
Tanya,
And
I
then
think
I'm
you're
like,
right. I don't think anybody has been checking for Too Faced for a long time. They've gotten so boring.
speaking of boring, who in here likes that the Spectrum palette from Sigma? And I received an email from Sigma. I need to unsubscribe from their emails because they send stuff like almost every day. They sent the email the day that they had sold out and it's back in stock. And I'm like, that palette is sold out. That beige palette. And I was like, is this for real? And when I look at it, I thought of Biba. So yes, Spectrum has a lot more colors in it. I did put this back into its original state. So I thought about Biba, which does have a lot more versatility in there, something for everybody. But the Spectrum palette, I'm like, did that really sell out? Did it really?
Yeah.
Or they just saying that to make us think, oh wow, let me hurry up and get it this time before it sells out again. Oh hey T, how are you? I'm looking at my brows and they're like, this one is over here and this one, like they are not. And this is usually how it is because this is their natural shape almost.
My
Sigma's not
brows are
mind
not.
blowing. I don't think so either, but I do like some of their brushes. I do like some of their blushes, but as far as their other makeup, I do like their Untamed palette. I feel like I'm yelling. I have not had Mountain Dew yet. Um, and Jennifer sent me the Warm Neutrals palette. I did purchase, I forget which one it was. It might have been the Enchanted, but that palette was full of duds. Like the shadows didn't want to pick up, didn't want to put down. I was just like,
Mm.
And so I forget what I did with it. Did I send it back or did I throw it away? I just know I don't have it anymore. I don't remember what I did with it. Or it might have been, you know what? I put it in my Macari store and it sold that same exact day that I put it in my Macari store.
Oh.
I was just like,
There's a lot of beige Beckys out there. I forget that sometimes like our little makeup community, like that's not.
yeah.
I think among like makeup enthusiasts, people love like color and interesting stuff. But I think the general sort of makeup consumer loves a beige Becky palette.
And I agree with you. And I think because it's easy, or some people are intimidated to use color. Like watching you
Yeah,
now do your brows, well, that's going to be your transition area. People will be like, oh my gosh, like I wouldn't know what to do with that color. You know what I mean? And so I do agree
yeah.
with you. I think people are just because it's safe. And all of the looks I've done, except for the ones at the event, people would say, oh, just do a neutral look. And I'm just like, and I will sneak in a little smoke in the outer corner a little bit. And I'll be like, how do you like how that looks? They'll say yes, and then I'll put a little bit more. But people don't, I think they just don't know what to do with it. And
Hi,
hearing
makeup
myself,
therapy.
hmm,
Oh, I said hi, makeup therapy.
hey Manuela. And it makes me thankful that early in my journey, when I started watching YouTube, I was watching people who were doing like very colorful looks and different shapes and stuff like that. And so maybe that's where I got bit from. Hey Joe, how are you? So maybe
There
that's
you
where I
go.
got bit from that I liked color. But it's definitely easy. The look I did earlier in honor of you, Janessa, was all green.
Love
We
it.
used we used Petalmorphosis, my Lethal 669 dupe, and also my Lethal Mission Triple X Inspired dupe palette. And so it was all green. And this is the lip that I did, if I can find it really quick. You're gonna love this. Where'd I put it? It's here with all my other lippies. And I need to get started with my it makes me think of okay, now I know I didn't pick it up and not see it. This is the one I used, and this is Notoriously Morbid Loving the Dead matte black with emerald green sparkles. Look at this, Janessa. Is this the one? Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I put on my lips. And so this was
I
actually
like
more
it.
bright than the eyeshadow look. But I said, we're going to do all monochromatic green. And thank you very much. Yeah, but I was just like, this is gorgeous. And it is very sparkly. So even though, and it does say matte black with emerald green sparkles, when I'm like this, it does look black. But then when I go like this, you see all the green.
Yeah.
Yep. And I did mention you in that video. I'm like, in honor of, because I was thinking of our live tonight. And so, oh man, this ain't coming off. Yeah, when these dry, y'all, they dry. And I haven't even had it on that long. What do I need? I need to start doing my face and just let this stay there. Okay. Okay. Whew. I feel like, Janessa, when we did this before, I felt like I just wanted to sit and chat with you. And that's why I keep forgetting to put on my makeup. So okay, my primer. And then you're always halfway situated with your stuff, your base. And it's like I
I
haven't
would
even
take so
started.
long that I figure I have to do a base at least so that I can spend a lot of time fiddling with the makeup.
Yeah. I am almost done this Fenty primer. Y'all, I am down to, y'all probably can't see it. I am like down to like right here. And I opened this. Y'all, I started using this February 24th. And this is the end of May. And I'm down to like here. What? Who else in here uses up all of their foundations and primers? Because I think a lot of people don't because they have a lot of them. Whereas since I just use one, I go through it quick. March, April, May, June. It's only March. It's only May. March, April, May. So 3 months it took me to use that up. Wow.
I'm much more likely to go through like a foundation or a primer because I have a few that I like test and play around with, but for me, eyeshadow palettes are much more fun. So like those, it's really rare
Yeah.
for me to hit pan, but for foundations,
Yeah.
and I wear so much foundation that it doesn't take me long to go through a foundation.
Oh, Manuela says she finishes up primer and foundation. Yeah, I know. I don't know how to get the thing off. And I mean, it's wiggling a little bit. We'll see. We will see. Oh, man.
All right.
I'm working down at the...
So there's the palette. So I started with a little bit of this, or no, I started with this one, this darker green. That's Hunter. And then that's how I kind of drew out the shape. And then I went into this lighter one, which is called Explore. And that's where I did kind of underneath and kind of blended that in. And then this shade Strider, this kind of mossy green, I did that just in the outer corner. Now I'm going to start doing the weird colors. So there's Ambush and Snare are the two like orangey red shimmers. And I'm going to put this in the very inner corner and then this one, and then I'll blend a couple green shimmers on eventually, but I'm going to start with these two.
That is pretty. What I'm thinking of is people with that palette would probably never do what you're doing. And that's how I feel sometimes when I do looks.
Yeah, I
Even though
think a
mine are
lot of
not as
people
bold
like
as yours, but
would take half the palette and do an orange look or take the other half and do a green. I
yeah,
think a lot of people are scared to bridge them.
yeah. And if stuff turns muddy, I'm like, I like mud. I like grunge. I like the messy grunge. If I wasn't doing Petalmorphosis, as you were showing your palettes, I thought about the Mary Mean one from Notoriously Morbid, because that would have been a nice one to use for the green. Where is that really quick? Yeah, this one would have been nice. And this only has one red. So this would have been good for this look too.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Mary Mean one. Hey, Grace.
Hey, Grace.
I used up all the primer foundation on my palette. I'm gonna put on some concealer. I pulled out the tool you sent me. And in case I felt like getting jiggy with it, I did pull out some of the paints. But I don't know if I'm going to get to the paint. But I said, well, I'll see how this live stream goes as far as time and all of that. But what am I doing?
I know sometimes we get chatting and we just then suddenly it's 2 hours later.
I know that's what happened last time. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're here on time. Oh, Tanya likes how close you are in your detail. Well, being close, you can see the detail.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
I'm not
has
touching
quite
my
a
screen
shift.
again.
I was surprised how shifty this one was. And then now this darker orangey. It's much more orange than red. My thought was that it's going to end up being more red, but it's definitely got a lot more of like an orangey kind of feel.
Yeah. That's okay. Has anybody been somewhat following the Sean case? It seems like for YouTube, maybe because I messed around and watched one video from Law and Crime, that now they're popping up in my feed along with the political stuff, which I cut down even more on watching that.
I haven't watched anything. I have a lot of sites that as I kind of travel in and out of them, they have like headlines and stuff. And so I've seen some headlines, but I'm not digging into it. I'm like, I don't have the energy for that right now.
Yeah, the Sean Combs case, Tanya, that is going on. I didn't realize he'd already been in prison for that long. I think they said September since he's locked up.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, gee. Yeah, and I don't call him that. I don't know what it is with, and it seems to be mostly rappers, but some hip hop artists too. They just be making up names. I just call them what their name is. Yeah. Oh boy. So what has your day been like today, Janessa?
Well, it's been weird. Things have been a little weird, but most of my team is all in Seattle right now. There was a summit, but I didn't go to it. And so then today we had like a Zoom call. So I just got on a Zoom call and watched them eat cake. And I was like, you couldn't have called me after the cake part was over? Why do I have to be like, oh, I didn't get to go to Seattle and I don't get to have cake?
I think they did that on purpose.
I
so
know.
rude.
Rude.
So rude.
Oh, and speaking of that, made me think of, because for TikTokers out there, a sound that's been going around a lot is that was rude. That was pretty fucking rude. It's from Death Becomes Her, the musical. And on TikTok, so I don't know what's going on. And now obviously I'll be off for 2 hours. So I have a post that for some reason is blowing up on TikTok. I have never had more than 30. I think the biggest one before this was 3,400 views. And normally it's 1,200 or less, and usually a lot less. As I was logging into this, I was at 7,300. And I'm fighting with people on the internet about pride.
Of course. I will fight that battle with you.
Yeah, so there's been lots of comments, lots of back and forth, and I'm starting to get some of the homophobes popping up, and it's been wild. But so I hope it stops pretty soon. I hope it. I know everybody always dreams of going viral, and I'm like, I could be less viral. I'd be okay with that. You could stop.
Yeah. Yeah. I've never downloaded or installed the TikTok. Sometimes I think people just have too much free time on their hands.
Absolutely.
Some people do multiple TikToks a day. And even though it is like a short video thing, I'm just like, don't you got something else to do? Because I was watching Reese Waters today. He has different series. This one was called Races of the Week. And he was talking about white people saying that they have black fatigue. And so he inserts, like he'll show you TikTok clips, and so there were quite a few. I'm just like, yeah, people really be on there. All right, let me just randomly pick a blush. Pick up
I don't
Shape of
paint
a
a face all the
Pen.
time, so when I do, I like sit down because I'm trying to be a geriatric TikToker, and so I just like
Mhm.
will record like 50 TikToks and then just like ration them out as I'm
Yeah.
available.
Joe commented to you about your TikTok.
Yeah, it's weird. Like people love to go on and just like, and the weirdest thing for me was that it was most of the people who can't, well, at first, before it kind of started to blow up and go to other places on TikTok, but when it first started, people would come on and they were fighting with me about things that I didn't say in the TikTok. Like,
Yeah.
the whole thing was that it was just, so it's the Lily Allen. I'm dropping all the F bombs, but it's like I used the song "F You" by Lily Allen, and it's just
Mhm.
this part right before the chorus where she says, "No one wants your opinion." Aw, F you, and then I cut it off, and I had put a little tag on there that said, "For all the people who say there should be no kink spaces at Pride, and that everything has to be family friendly." And then all these people were like, people shouldn't be having sex in front of kids. And I'm like, slow your roll. That's not at all what I said.
That is, yeah.
What I said was is that every event at Pride doesn't need to be all ages. Like that's it. And if you use the term
Yeah.
family friendly, that's an
Yeah.
anti-queer dog whistle. We have all ages events, but if you call things family friendly, whose family? I have a family. And I'm very
Right.
queer and very weird. So whose family are you trying to make this safe for? Certainly not for mine.
Right.
So
Joe said she would have bought a cake. I think I would have went out and bought a cake too, or at least a cupcake.
yeah,
Joe says, I never understand. It's much easier to love someone than to use all the energy hating them. Absolutely. And those are
yeah.
usually people who are miserable, probably because they're so emotionally exhausted from their own nonsense. Thank you about the blush, Manuela. This is wait, what was it? This was Pomelo Peach from House Labs. Right now they're having a 20% off sale. I did post it on my community tab with my link in case anybody wanted to use that and help me earn a few coin. Put on my hourglass and then get into the eye look. I
So
feel
I
like I
like the
had a
way this is
question that I
blending.
forgot already. I didn't hear you, Janessa. What'd you say?
Oh, I was just saying I like the way this is blending.
It looks nice.
Oh, there we go. There's the. So
Ooh.
then I brought in the dark green shimmer wilderness.
Mm-hmm. I
And
don't
then
dare touch my screen again.
yeah.
Ooh, but I learned something new because I didn't know I can do that on a live. I'm not gonna do that with pictures.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. So I was like, well, let's give it a try. And then all of a sudden there was my big old face.
Let me see. I'm
I like
TikTok.
that.
That is pretty.
So now the question becomes what I originally thought when I thought these were going to look more red is that I am obsessed with this like red metallic from Odin's Eye.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was going to do that as my like pop of color in the inner corner. But now
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, is that gonna, I don't know if that red's gonna look good with those.
If not, we'll fix it. You know me, just go for it. And just tweak it later or whatever.
Yeah.
Double down and make it work. That's the motto here too. I should start putting that in my intro. Ooh.
Oh, that's red.
Alrighty.
Let's do it. Go big or go home. Let's do it.
That's right. I'm working at the Playhouse tomorrow night. When you were saying family friendly stuff, I know some people in the community who their kids are also in the community too, but they're grown kids too. And so
Yeah.
I think when you said kids, maybe they're thinking of like toddlers or something like that. And it's just like, why is your mind even over there? But yeah, people are People can be strange. Yeah, because I met a few people who their kids were interested in it. And they found out by accident. So that the kids didn't know that the parents were into it, but something happened or they found, a toy or something. It was like, who is this? And the kid was like, oh, that's mine. And so the parents started just asking like random questions, and it was like, wow, like they're involved in this. And so the kid would be like, well, not kid, I'll say early 20s person. They would
Oh,
ask their parent,
I hate it.
oh, wait, let me see. Go back a little bit. Go back a little bit. I think if you put it all the way across, I think it would work.
All the way
Because
across
it
the
is very
bottom.
bold.
Okay.
Don't tell me that's too bold for you, Janessa. And so they would ask their 20-something-year-old kid, blah, 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 blah. And then they would realize that, the kid was in the community. And they would say, well, you're not mad at me, are you? And they would be like, well, there's something me and your mom want to tell you about. And so then they would disclose that they were in the community too. And they don't go to the same places. They don't go to the same, events, because that would just be kind of weird. But yeah, but I do know families who like their young adult kids are involved.
Yeah. Well, and I think so much of it is about because obviously nobody's saying that like all ages events you should have any sort of like actual sexual activity, but a lot of it is just
Right.
about like the outfits and the gear and like having a pup mask or having a leather harness or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, here's the deal. Like, if you're choosing to bring your children somewhere, as long as somebody is covered the way that they need to be covered per the laws of that location, then
Yes.
that's a you problem, not a them problem. So if you don't like it, don't look
Yeah.
or go home. Like, that's
Right.
your choice.
Yeah. Oh, Manuela likes the red. She said it's intense like the green.
It's
Thank you for
starting to
being here,
grow on
Manuela.
me. It's definitely growing on me.
Yeah, I like it. Sometimes stuff does that to me too. Like the more I look at it, the more I'm like, yeah, this is okay. When at first I'm just like, ugh. But because I doubled down, like it's not an option to not. Well, it's not an option to remove it. Yeah, exactly. Every place is not for kids, and people know what they should know. What's kid appropriate.
Yeah. And
But
I don't like, and I think there should be like spaces for kids at some pride events. Like, I think that
yeah,
queer adults just don't pop up out of nowhere. They were queer kids at some point. So yes, we should have spaces for
yeah,
queer kids. But this idea
yeah,
that we have to make every single thing at Pride family friendly just drives
mm,
me up the wall.
yeah. I have not looked at these. Speaking of Pride, we need to figure out what we're going to do for Pride Month this year.
Yes.
I can
Very
actually
good.
move this now. Because y'all know we're doing another collab. Yeah. So what am I going to do? I'm looking in these palettes. Well, actually, I'm not right now. I'm still blending out that pink pot.
Oh, I do kind of like it when
Um,
the red is all the way across.
I'm looking at this now, and this doesn't. Is that a red? Is that like a berry red? This one
I,
right here?
on camera, it looks very purple.
Huh.
Like a very
Okay.
red-based purple, but definitely, like, to me, it's reading very purple.
Okay, so don't use that one.
I mean, I love green and purple too. So.
So we're focusing on green and red, and this is a perfect example of how my eye perceives color different than other people's. Because to me, it looks like a red, like a deep purple red. Well, red, something in the red family, which purple is. But okay, so we won't use that. Well, damn, I don't have any reds. Ew. All right, let me ask you this: is this red?
That looks kind of red to me.
Okay.
Like a
Are
bricky
these,
maroon red.
okay. Can these pass for red? I know they're pinkish.
Those are more like pinky mauve to me.
So I don't. So
Hey, Dawn.
hey, Dawn. So anyways, is dope. Okay, so we're gonna use this color. Is this green or is that blue?
That's green.
Okay, so
Like a
we'll
teal
use this
green.
one and maybe these two. And from here, shoot, only just the greens. I only got 2 greens to use. This one and this one. Dang, and I'm thinking I'm really like doing something here, and these ain't even the colors I thought they were. But that's a perfect example, y'all. When I say my mind perceives color different because I really thought that was red. I'm glad I asked you because then I would have messed up our color scheme, our unusual color scheme. So what I'm gonna do, excuse me for smacking. I'm going to shoot. Is this red? This is purple. This is like a lilac lavender type thing, isn't it? This one right here.
Okay. Yeah, it looks kind of lavender or even pink.
So will that work for the red and green look, or is it too lavender versus pink?
I think, yeah, if you do like purples that are kind of red leaning, because then you could use that bright purple. I think that's close to like a red.
All right, we're gonna put that on the inner corner. So that'll just be a small space. Oh my gosh, is it showing up? Yeah, it's showing up a little bit. I am color challenged, and I always pass the colorblind test. So that's what it looks like. It is lavender. Excuse me. So we're just gonna do that little bit, and then use the Cosmic Fantasies from Petalmorphosis. Manuela, did you get Petalmorphosis from Pat McGrath Labs? We're just gonna leave this little bit right here. Oh boy. Which brushes? We're gonna take Cosmic Fantasies. We do not have. I have to choose. But even if we use like 3 from each palette, 3 shades from each palette, that'll be nice. Oh, this blended nice. I am color challenged. Oh, you didn't? I almost didn't. I kept going back and forth about it. And then finally I'm like, let me just get it. And it was Janessa's fault because I asked in a live stream if I should get it. And we chat off YouTube. And so I had been going back and forth over get it or not get it, because y'all know it's not my color story. But I was just curious about what could I do with it. And so I asked in a live stream, like, should I get it? And you commented something like, well, you keep going back and forth about it, so you might as well just go ahead and get it. And so I was like, you know what, you're right. Because when I thought about it, I'm like, okay, she's right. I do keep going back and forth. And so I went ahead and got it with the intention of just using it and then getting rid of it. And so I can't even really say I'm enjoying the Petalmorphosis series because this palette doesn't inspire me at all. But I have been really liking the looks that I've been doing with it though. And so that part I'm happy about. All right, what are we gonna do now? We're gonna move to the greens. Ugh. What are we gonna do with the greens? We're going to take
To the greens, to the best part.
yes, because I only had those 2 reds. Well, that one red because that first one came out pinkish purplish. So we're going to take this shade and then maybe this one, or this and then Nocturnal Bloom and then this one. So that'll be our 3 greens. Or I'll put one of them underneath my lower lash line. So this is Nocturnal Bloom from Petalmorphosis that we're going to use. That sometimes doesn't want to blend right. And sometimes it does. So this is Thorns from Fall Romance palette. And we're going to put that here. No. So how's everybody in the chat doing today? And how's the weather where you are? It got humid again today. And I was just like, ugh. But my AC is on again. I have my windows open, but during one of my wake ups, I'm like, okay, it's too warm, even though I have fans on. So I closed the windows, put the AC on, and I turned the AC down before the live because I get really hot sitting in front of these lights. Look how this is looking. This green is blending nice with the red.
Ooh, I like that.
We make it work. My elbow just hit the table.
I think I'm gonna do green base for my brows.
Ooh, that's pretty.
I can find my mixing.
What else am I gonna do? We're gonna take Nocturnal Bloom, and we're gonna put some of that on. I want to put that over here. Let's tap it. This shade. I forget what look I used this with, and I just pressed it on the outer corner, and it actually blended with the shadow next to it. I think that was when I did Petalmorphosis with the lethal BYOPs, and I was shocked because sometimes it doesn't even blend with itself. When I did that look with Subversive, it wouldn't even blend with the Subversive shade. So I was surprised in that video it did blend rather easily. And so this is what we got. Has anybody been making any new purchases lately? Anybody in the chat? What y'all been buying? I did not mean to take these lid shades up this, but it might be a good thing since I don't have many color options.
I'm giving it a few days to percolate. I'm trying to do less like impulse buying, but I think I am gonna end up buying that Wilma Fingerdo palette.
You have to, because there's your picture on the
I know
cover.
people look just like me, so I was like, I think I'm gonna end up buying it.
I was really like, this ain't say nothing about being on a palette. Oh my gosh, I really thought that was you. Great. So you at the track meet? If so, how's he doing? I can't get over how grown he is now. Are you shopped at Tarso, Tanya? Oh, Manuela ordered the Wilma palette.
Oh, did you?
What?
I'm excited for that. I think I'm gonna end up getting it.
Oh, and so did Janet. Doesn't that look like Janessa on the cover? When I saw that, I was like, they ain't say nothing about being on the tour. And she says Stormy Sky has amazing color. It does. Yeah, it is really humid today. So we're gonna use the last green shade we have, which is Twilight. And it's actually looking like a dark green brown to me. Y'all know my eyes with color. So this is the one we're using. So here it looks green, but then here it looks brown. This shade right here. I don't know. But yeah, I really thought that was her, and I was tripping. I was just like, wait, what? And so I took a screenshot, and then I went to my gallery and enlarged it, because I was really like, is this her? Like, what the hell? Oh, man. So we were like, you need to sue for them using your
Yeah,
likeness.
cease and desist.
Oh, oh man. What do y'all think about Wayne Goss stepping down from his position in the company? He's not leaving the company, but he's stepping down from his position. What do y'all think about that? If y'all have seen it, I had saw his thumbnail and I didn't watch it, and then I was watching Jen Luvs and she played his video. I think that's awful.
Yeah,
But
there's not a lot of detail, but it just sounds like a terrible situation.
yeah, I imagine they just voted against him if they joined together, because they had 50, well, both of them had 25% stock. He has 50. So if them two wanted to come together against them, they have 50. But even though it's a split, but they could have been a pain in the ass about it for him to be like, okay, I'm gonna just step back. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I think I talked about that in one of my videos, because I was saying how, you know what I did? Because I was saying how Louis did right by Rihanna, but she is killing it. She is freaking killing it. She has 49.1%, and the Louis camp has 50.1%. 0.01% or something like that. It's just like 0.01% difference. And so if they wanted to, they can pull the, we have the majority vote, but she is killing it. I'm going to say this, and some of y'all probably be like, I don't know. When he first came out with his makeup, I was irritated because it wasn't for us. Well, us meaning POC people. And him being in the makeup industry as long as he has been, I was like, he knows better. I'm like, he knows better. But then I thought about that's who his clientele is mature Caucasian people. But it still rubbed me the wrong way that you're in this industry and you're just not having something for everybody. And this is when, oh man, I always get sad when I think about her. Mel Thompson, she had did a video because he had sent her his stuff, his palette or whatever it was, and she said, don't quote me, but she said that he had told him he needs to also send it to Kelsey. Kelsey Brianna Jaye is my complexion. So I'm like, that's still not. So I was turned off from him like in the beginning because of that. Because I'm like, you've been around long enough. But and I'm not wishing, bad things on him. I'm just saying that that's why I never purchased any of his stuff. So we're gonna do inner rims and lower lash line. Yeah, that just rubbed me the wrong way. Like, dude, like you know better. Actually, y'all, my look is almost done. Wow. Oh, I love them brows. That is really
Shimmer.
sparkly. You always make me look like I'm the dull light bulb in the box. You're the 100 watt. I'm the 5 watt.
Oh, I'm liking this blend. Look at that.
That is nice. You showing off, zooming in. I ain't mad. Do your thing, girl.
I think that's gonna be it for the eye look. I think that's
Really nice. And I do like the red underneath. I love color
yeah.
underneath. That is nice. And it's bold too. That is
Yeah, I came
definitely a
around.
Janessa look. Ah, Dawn gave you a big heart. Oh, y'all, before I forget, I did reach out to Tony and I had said to her, well, when I texted her, I told her I had mentioned in the live that I was going to check up on her. But I had forgot. So then when I did finally remember, like the second time I mentioned it, I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. So I did text her that day. And she says hello. She said to tell everybody she misses y'all and that she's doing okay. So that's her message to all of us from her is that she misses us. She's just been going through some stuff. Yeah, so she says she misses us and, thank you for thinking about her, that type of stuff. I did email Sandy, I think twice, and I have not heard back from her. So if anybody's in touch with Sandy, like, because I'm concerned at this point because she would always reply back no later than like the next day. And so I'm just like, how is my 30-second day one doing? Is anybody in touch with her? Yeah, so that's unusual. And I know she dealt with stuff too, just like we all do. But I'm just like, this is not Sandy behavior. Because she would always reply back. Even if it was the next day, she always replied back. And I'm just like, damn, like, is she okay? And so I don't know. I will email her again, I'm sure, because I am like concerned. Yeah, Janet, she hasn't been. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while because she would miss some lives before, but like never. And she would be, leave comments and stuff like that. But it's been a while, and that's why I was like, wait a minute, where is she at? Like, was she okay? And so I
I
am
checked in on
concerned.
Torrance.
Say again, you've been in touch with Torrance?
I checked in on Torrance and he's doing all right. Work is still a little bit wild and crazy, and
Okay.
he's still been dealing with some pain issues and things. So
Yeah.
he's got potentially some
Okay.
fixes coming up, but otherwise he's doing pretty well.
Okay. I didn't think about that when I deleted my Twitter because that's how we would communicate, either there or, excuse me, Instagram. And y'all know I'm not on my makeup Instagram now, probably for about a year. But I didn't think about that when I deleted my Twitter. Like, and he was the only person that I would chat with from Twitter. So, but I really didn't think about that. And I don't want to start using my non-makeup Instagram because then I feel like I'll get in a habit of it. And then before I know it, my non-makeup Instagram will be like my makeup Instagram. So that's my alternative community Instagram. And I haven't even posted on there in like years. So it's just there at this point. Somebody's asking, what's your mascara?
Oh, this is the Supernatural from Melt. I got it in one of their mystery boxes. I
I,
don't like it as well as the other one they did. But it's not too bad.
I forgot they had mascaras. So I put green on lower lash line. I do know this is green. Please tell me this is green.
Yeah, that's green.
Y'all, when I tell y'all, like I do not lie to y'all. Like my perception of color is different. All right, so we need a color on lower lash line. We did use, we're going to put down, well, y'all said that's blue. Astro Eden Envy, this isn't green, this is green, right?
That's green. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just because I don't want to not do our color scheme. So I'm just like, I'm kind of paranoid now that I might pick something that's not red or green. And I really thought, oh yeah, these two will be great. And I could stay within my Petalmorphosis Plus series. I thought to use those lash clusters from when Blend Bunny had their half off sale. But then I didn't because I was like, it was a few looks ago. And then I'm like, do I really want to? And they're easy to do, it's just time consuming.
These are
And
Blend Money lashes, and I'm so sad that they are discontinued. But she was selling them for
ah,
$1, like for $2 for a while, and then for $1. So I have like this is my
ah,
favorite style, and I have like 15 sets of this lash.
oh wow. That's something I forget to do when I use the foo-foo lashes that came in the kit was to do what you did and manipulate it to loosen it up. And that might be why they be sticking up the way they do. And we're going to take Thorns from ABH palette for the second half of lower lash line. I thought I couldn't either, but then like once I did it, it took me like 3 times to be like, oh, okay, this is how it is. And now it is easy. It's just still time consuming for me. And I'm glad that clients, no one has asked for lashes yet. And
What always
I do not
happens,
mention it.
what always happens with
Um,
me is that like one of them goes on just like so super easy, and then the other one
yeah.
just has to fight me. And now this is the one that's gonna fight me.
Mm. Dawn says she commented on one of Sandy's posts from March. Looks like there was a litter of puppies. Okay. Yeah, I knew she had a farm. She has a lot of animals. But March, this is the end of May, so still it's like, mm. Was that her last post I'm doing was from March? So this is my eye look. I got an itch. Oh, I didn't do, well, I really don't have anything for, I'm gonna leave my brow bone area bare, even though it looks like it's not. And I think the shapes are actually almost the same, so that's good. I think so. Let me sniff around. Okay.
So
I
Tanya,
think
the way
maybe.
that I do it, that to make it, this is what I find usually pretty easy, is that so I put the glue on and I let it sit for like 30 seconds to a minute till it gets a little bit tacky. I usually have to set it down once and then take it off and then put it on again, just so that there's glue on my eye and on the lash. And then what I do is I try to set it in the middle so that it sits where I want the middle, and then I press the inner part, and then I go over to press the outer part. So I always start so that it's lined up in the middle where I want it, and set that part down, and then I fix the inner part, then the outer.
Hmm. That's kind of how I do mine, except I always forget to bend it. All right, for eyeliner for upper lash line. Are we gonna go Banana Boom again?
Oh, I think you got to do the red.
But you don't think that'll blend in with the lid shades?
No,
You're
I
talking about
think
this
that
one right
if you
here?
did no, that bright red, right above the one that looks white. That
This
one.
one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that
If I
all
do
kind
it
of
for
be like
red.
an echo of my red that I've got down here? We'll
Yeah,
go
that
for the
looks
wild
nice.
red.
I like that. You're making me want to put on them foo-foo lashes. I really like the clusters though. I remember some people saying the strip lashes were easier. Wait, so what are we doing? This one right here, right?
That one, yep, the bright red.
Okay. All right, let me mix it up with the water. Sultry Janessa. What are you drinking?
Oh, we've got some 0 sugar cherry Coke. And then
Yeah, 0 sugar.
when that runs out, I've got the 0 sugar Mountain Dew.
0 sugar. I
I
want
don't.
the sugar.
I've gotten so used to drinking 0 sugar, and now when I try to drink something that's like full sugar, it just tastes like syrup to me. Like it's just too much.
So does it have artificial sweetener in it?
Yep.
And that's what I don't drink because years ago, and I know I always tell y'all my system is weird. This was maybe like 10 years ago. I was drinking something and because I was trying to get away from sugary drinks. And it would tear my system up. Like my system does not process artificial sweeteners well at all. Like I get like severe cramps. I'll be bloated and I'm just like, the only difference is me drinking this thing. And so over the years, I did try like other, sugar-free stuff and it was always the same result. And so I'm like, okay, I need to just stay away from artificial sweeteners. And even the nutritionist was like, "Oh, you can try stevia, whatever it's called, or something else." I was like, "Nah, that irritates my stomach." And he looked at me. I'm like, "Yeah, dude, my system is weird. So just give me the sugar." I tried to get away. This side looks so much brighter. I forgot water. This side is so much brighter. So I'm gonna go back over the other side.
Oh yeah, I like that. I'm leaning into the camera like that's gonna make it easier for me to see see your camera.
Yeah. Okay, now this side is going on bold. Okay, here we go. Oh, do I need to lean in?
Oh, I like it.
Thank you. Equal all the rest of garbage. My stomach does not tolerate any of them. Manuela has water. That's the best thing. I do have water here. My 40 ounces of water. Mountain Dew that I haven't sipped yet. And so, which I probably won't. I have chili in the refrigerator that thawed out. I took it out the freezer last night. I made another batch of chili. I'm gonna have that, make some rice. I am loving this yellow rice. It's called, the brand is Par Excellence, and I got it from BJ's. I am loving that rice. It just has its own flavor. I mean, it does have stuff in it, but I forget what's in it. I want to say it's like a Mexican style rice, but don't quote me on that. But I love that rice. And actually, I should have put that in the rice cooker before I started the live, because then it would have been done by the time we got done. Oh, Janessa, I forgot to use that tool you sent me.
Oh, the wing tool?
And it's right here. It's right here next to me. And I forgot. Oh man. Oh, and this side is bleeding. Too much water. Oh crap. This side is bleeding. Either that or I tapped it. I don't know which. So what we're gonna do, because that's not gonna come off. Yeah, red was a good choice. My lines are almost straight. Almost. Let me just leave them alone. Let me leave them alone. Let me leave them alone. We're going to take the liner we have on our lower lash line, and we're going to shoot. Or I could just try and put shadow over here, but I need to cover up that red. And because my skin moves, this is challenging. And it's still not covering up the red unless I put a shadow there and blow it down. Or we can take a green and put a line under the red of the water-activated liners. That's what I think we'll do. All right. So we're going to go into, that red we used was from Retro Rave. And now we're going to do this green from, do this one. I forget what color shows up as. And that duo is Cyber Crave. Because I need to fix this under my eye. Or, you know what? Let me just try and put shadow under there. See if that'll work. And if not, then we'll go back to the water liner. Whew.
I'm just sitting here putting on every shade of blush that I own.
It's similar to Saffron Rice. Joe is asking you a question.
I do. You clocked that this was a Made by Mitchell brush. I do like the Made by Mitchell brushes. I have a couple sets of them, and I do like them. They are synthetic, and
Oh man.
Sometimes synthetic brushes let me down, but I think his are generally pretty good. So I'm kind of a fan.
Don't be downing synthetic brushes for us people who are allergic to natural hair brushes.
There are good ones out there. Like there absolutely are good synthetic brushes out there. There are also synthetic brushes that are garbage. And so
I do agree
I'm
with that.
very picky. And these
Yeah.
are very good.
So how is that? We have like a double wing since I tapped the red down there by mistake.
Oh, I like that.
Hmm.
I love that bright red. I think that is so fun.
Yeah.
And I'm doing some sort of weird sunset blush kind of thing. We've got some yellow, some orange, some red, some coral all blended together.
You make me look like a bum.
I always say this, I don't wear blush, I wear 6 blushes. I love to blend all kinds of blushes together. So
You make me look bland. What do you want to do for lips? And I started to put on Watermelon Bliss, which is that red blush from House Labs, but I went with Pomelo Peach. So maybe I should do that. Thank you, Joe. Nice border one. Thank you. Y'all had to cover up my mistake. You have to see me when I'm with a client. If I do something and I'm like, because I told you how I'll step back and then I'll look from like one eye to the other eye. So I'm just kind of like, and then I'll be like, and I am getting better at keeping my face straight. Like when I look at him and don't be like, I don't like that. I'll be like thinking of what I need to fix and then I go in and fix it. There's one person, I think they were paranoid. Because I would step back and look and they'd be like, why are you looking at me like that? I'm like, I'm looking at the look to see, make sure everything is okay. And they were like, oh.
yeah, because I'm doing your makeup and I'm trying to make sure it looks good.
Yeah, and their makeup be looking better than mine, to be honest with you. Like their eyeshadow shapes are the same. I do struggle with liner because, and I think it's because I be on Mountain Dew. Like my hands will shake and I'll be like, oh my gosh. Where, Manuela, remind me where you are. It's 2 a.m. where you are. Oh my gosh. And it's what, probably now 9 here. Okay, thank you for being here.
Thanks for coming.
I need to catch up on your video. I saw you post one for today. I need to watch Dion's video about the disrespect. Which one? Like it wasn't just one. Like which one doing? What am I gonna do? I'm thinking of a lip, but I'm thinking I do want to take Watermelon Bliss because so many videos to catch up on. Because Janessa's just doing all the things there. So I'm gonna put on Watermelon Bliss. Janessa got me out here doing extra stuff. And I'm kind of thinking, do I want to put on those foo-foo lashes? All right. See you soon, Manuela.
Bye.
This is pretty dark. I know this is red. And it's described as a universal red. So I know this is red.
Well, now I need a highlighter. What do I want to do for highlighter?
Oof. Oof. I'm gonna put some more of Fire Opal on the highlighter from. Oh man, nice. Do I want to mess with them foo lashes or the clusters? It's the lesser of two evil. Lesser of two evil is still evil. You have a red cream blush coming from Tarte. We don't even blush at my collection. I need to put a Tarte link in my description box, Tanya, so you can use that. I did put a QVC link under there. The payout is so minuscule though. What lip? Ooh. So I know it needs to be green or red. I think this might be too bright though, because this is really bright. This is bright like your brows. This one.
I don't see any problem with that.
And the look I did earlier, I wore this one because I did a green monochromatic look. I like this one too, this red. I've gone way back to the archives and found you've been using Benefit for at least a blush. Anyone remember that? I do not remember that at all. But I don't have much of a history with Benefit. I had one of their blushes, but it kind of annoyed me that it was in like a box.
Oh yeah.
And so, yeah, but I don't remember that one. So we have all of these variations of reds. And I know Janessa is going to be like, green.
I like that one that's I don't know how to indicate it. The second one over, I think. Go over one more. That one.
Okay.
I like that color.
I was hoping you did pick something that wasn't green because I was thinking if I do a red lip, that'll pull off of the eyeliner, the red eyeliner. Yeah. All right. Now watch this be pink. This is Cattywampus. Who was that knew what that was? I think it was Dawn. You said your mom says that, or was that somebody else? Because I'm like, I never even heard of that word. Oh, this is coming off pink.
But I've heard that word before.
Yeah, that's the name of this lipstick.
Like crooked. Like usually it's something that's kind of like crooked, like it's cattywampus.
I don't know, Janet, if I'm going to get it. I was looking at it and I was wondering why, because I did have a thought like, do I want to get it? And then I wondered, why am I thinking that? Because compared to some of their other palettes, it's kind of boring. Like when I think of Unearthly Aura, when I think of Mary Mean One, the Spellcast Beauty stuff, and that's on their Spellcast Beauty side, those little 6-pan palettes. And so I was thinking like, why am I thinking and getting this? And it looks kind of boring. And I think because it has the shimmers and mattes in it, and there's almost an equal number. This is not red. This is pulling purple to me.
Oh yeah, it's looking more purple on the lips.
So did I put one of these on it? Did I get rid of it? I think I did. What's definitely red is this right here. This is a blue red. I love this. I haven't used it in a while. These disappeared from her website. This is from House Labs. And I have Always Red. I think we'll put on Always Red because this is a blue red. And I'm trying to think, will it go with the eyeliner? So we're going to put on this one.
So I think my comments stopped. I don't think I'm getting new comments.
No.
The last one I have is Tanya saying that she's getting a red cream blush.
Red cream?
She said she's getting a red cream blush from Tarte.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. This happened one time before.
YouTube doesn't want me to hear all the news.
So that wasn't you then, Dawn. Okay, I take that back. I apologize. That said, you knew somebody that said that. All right, so we're attempting to take this liquid lipstick off, and y'all see, even though it's coming off one here, like it ain't really showing up on my lips like it's coming off. 11, 18 pan. No, me too. 18. I kind of want their 30 pan palette, but I can't justify it. But I think somewhere down the road I am going to get them. Like once I get rid of more stuff, because I'm in my sweet spot right now. I think I'm wondering if I have like low 70s, because I had 80 something and then I got down to like 69, but then I ordered some stuff. So we're going to put this on top of that. This is 01 Always Red from Sephora. You need your cheap fan, cool breeze, good times.
I know. Oh, I do have a fan here. I have my
Okay, this is a red lip.
Mean Girls fan.
Oh, I like that. That's nice.
I think I want to do an orange lip.
Orange? Supposed to be doing green and red.
I know, but my red turned out more orange.
Okay.
I think it became
Okay.
green and orange. So I think I'm going to use the Glamlight, this peach, whatever their peach flavor lip kit was.
Oh.
And then
Peter
before I put the
Pan.
gloss on, I'm going to put this Fenty Shimmer Glitter lipstick on.
That's going to be pretty.
So it's kind of a blood orange. It's kind of a red into an orange.
When you're saying Beast, Dawn, what are you talking about? From Split? The movie Split? Yeah, Janet, this is, and it's called Always Red. This is definitely a red. That's a big fan. Yeah, that fan is huge. Peter Mon. I don't think I know who that is. I don't know who that is. What else do I want to do? I want to mess with lashes. My lip line is looking funky over here.
Maybe some little wispy lashes, just some little clusters.
I had these in my kit and I took them out. I'm going to use these for me, not for the kit. I always struggle trying to open this box. So this is what they look like. Little clusters.
Yeah, I like it.
So do I put on mascara first?
I usually do. I do, but I do it just because my lashes are so glass-like and wispy that I just do it to make them black. And then when I put the lashes on, you can't see them because they're so invisible. But weirdly, if you put them up against a black lash, you can see these kind of little blonde lashes underneath. So I do it just for the color. So like a mascara for me doesn't have to perform like anything because it's just there to darken my lashes before I put the falsies on.
Okay. I have Kish Strip Lash Adhesive. We're not doing a strip lash, so let's put that away. And we have Duo. So we're going to use the Duo. Oh, man, y'all. He's like a drama channel. Peter Mon Wax's fan opening you. Oh, okay. Have you watched anything from Peter Mon, Janessa? The one is saying he waxes fan opening yells beast.
I have seen some of his stuff, but I gave up like drama commentary channels a long time ago for my own peace of mind, just because it was too much.
That might be why I don't know who he is. Because I don't watch the drama channels either.
I just was getting too invested and I was like doom scrolling and all it was like people screaming in my face about Michaela and I couldn't take it. I was like, I
Oh my
can't
God.
do this.
Yeah. I was waiting. She was waiting for you to yell beast.
I do, and I don't know if that's where I don't know if he's referencing this, but one of my favorite things ever is I don't watch The Real Housewives, but sometimes I like the clips of them. And
Which
there's
one? Because you know
where
there's one for each state.
I know there's so many. And there's one from Beverly Hills where Eileen Davidson is fighting with Kyle Richards' sister. And she's like, and Kyle Richards' sister's like, I've had enough of you, you beast. And Eileen Davidson goes, beast. And it's so funny. It's just the way she says it is so funny.
I used to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, which is a lie because most of them was single. So I'm like, how is this
Yeah.
Housewives show that is single? But what I realized was because I did see a couple episodes of the Beverly Hills ones, and it is just so different. And it just makes me sad that people want to alter their bodies so much. Real Housewives of Atlanta, most of them get um, either a boob job and or a nose job. And on the one from Beverly Hills, they just get a lot of plastic surgery. So it's just like,
Yeah.
and it was interesting to me how like each group seemed to focus on a different aspect of their features. And so I thought that was interesting. But then I know
I
that does happen depending on where you are. That's where you kind of want to look like everybody else, I guess. I don't know. You need to
yeah,
be
I had to
trolled.
stop. I had to stop watching it. It was too I was getting into a depression and I would just turn on
Oh
Bravo
no.
and I would just like couch rot and watch the same episodes of Real Housewives over and over again. And I was like, you have to stop this. So I got rid of my cable, I got Netflix and just stopped watching the Real
Mhm.
Housewives. But I do still love if there's a really good moment, it'll end up like in a clip show somewhere or someone will talk about it.
Mm.
And so because my favorite, I've thought about doing a video where I talk about like pop culture moments that live in my mind rent free. And one
Mhm.
of them is on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Because if you remember a few years ago when Leanne Rimes had an affair with that Eddie Cibrian guy, I don't know if you remember when like all the news was that Leanne Rimes is a homewrecker, she's a whore, blah blah blah. People were going on and on. And she was having an affair with this guy named Eddie Cibrian. Well, fast forward a few years later, Eddie Cibrian's ex-wife, Brandy, I think her name is, she becomes one of the new cast members on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and she's crazy, like real crazy, like toxic, potentially abusive crazy. And
Oh
everybody
no.
was like, "Oh, we have to apologize to Leanne Rimes. Like she got him out of there. She was like Amnesty International for that man. Like she snuck him
Mm.
out of there because that woman is nuts, like hateful."
I can't get this to
Oh,
squeeze out, and I don't want to squeeze too much. So I'm gonna put some on a palette. Let me grab the one. Okay, let's see. I lived with someone said she doesn't know most of the people he talks about. Watch one since about the Manny. Yeah, haven't watched since then. If I lived with a bunch of people in a beautiful house, I'd be having fun and enjoying people, not fighting. Right? You saw the New Jersey one. I did see the advertisement for Mafia's Wives. I never watched that because you know they can't really tell you anything if they really are the Mafia wives. Why do people all look exactly? And they all look the same depending on where they are. Like the Housewives of New Jersey, they all look one way. Housewives of Atlanta, they all look another way. And I'm just like, but they all look like the group they was in. I remember that Janessa about Leanne. How did she even know all of this?
wild, wild. I just Leanne Rimes was so vindicated when that happened.
Oh goodness. If I put some of the glue on my palette, that's what these two little marks are. And I tap the lash in it. Can I get close? Oh Lord, here we go. Is it the right way? I think I'm holding it the wrong way. Okay. Damn it. Cause y'all know I'm good for putting the border backward. Oh man, I can't even. Okay, I can do it. I can do it. No, I can't do it.
I think my look is done.
Oh, you can't be done because I'm not done yet. Trying to get these lashes on. And that does
Oh,
not even show up. Oh, I do like that these are small though. I used to read all the magazines about everyone. Now I don't know who's married or not, who's pregnant, who's cheating. They're all cheating. I don't
Yeah,
think this is
it's
on
not
my
particularly.
lash line. That is not on my lash line at all. Not at all. Good grief, Charlie Brown. That is not on my lash line. I'm gonna put this one in the glue. Where is my lash line?
And I haven't picked a wig yet, but I think I got some new earrings, and so I think these are the earrings that are
Oh,
gonna
those
go.
are pretty. It looks like a peacock. This ain't
Yeah.
on my lash line either.
All right, I'm gonna
That
pick
is
a wig,
not.
and I'm gonna grab a different shirt, and then I will be right back.
Okay. Remember last time you kept changing every time you came back? I'm like, did you
Yeah.
change your clothes again? I thought I was seeing things. This is not on my lash line. Thank you for the hearts. They look nice but heavy. The library stopped carrying them all. They do encourage the drama, and also like they get to pick like what they want to post. So it's not like just an all day. They film everything in a whole day, and they do pick the more dramatic stuff because drama sells. Unfortunately, people want to see fights. They want to see arguments, which I think is unfortunate, but that's what sells. And that's why sometimes they'll take somebody off of a show because they're like, they don't bring enough drama. I cannot get this. All right, I'm trying to pull up another cluster. Lord of mercy. Thank you. Yeah, this is Always Red from the Sephora Cream Collection. 01 Always Red. They do have a hot pink. This is number 126, and it's called Hot Pink. Yeah, you was confusing me last time, Janessa. I'm like, did you change your clothes? I thought I was seeing things. And then you left and came back again and had on something different. And I was like, did you change again? I cannot pick up these clusters. Okay.
Now my hair is too big for the. It's not in the shot.
That is funny. That is funny. So here's another. Is it backward? Yes, backward. Va va voom, says Dawn. And we're gonna put this one kind of
Thank
in the
you, Dawn.
middle. Kind of in the middle. Oh. Oh shit. That one is on the lash line.
Yeah.
Nice and subtle. That first one is looking janky. All right, so which way did this go? This goes this way. I see why though, like some professional makeup artists, they charge extra for lashes. And I used to think because once you put it on a client, it becomes their lash. But I think also now that it's because it's time consuming too.
And I finally got, so I figured out, I got the chat going again. Tanya, nothing is more stressful than cutting the lace off a wig. There's something, every time I have to do it, I'm just like tense. And it's just, yeah. So this one, actually, I bought this one used from a queen. So she luckily did the lace and she did a much better job than I usually do.
Okay, I have a silly question. Why this one look like this, but then this one is so much taller?
Sometimes, like when you squish them, sometimes they'll sit different ways on the lash line. Because I usually have one lash that's up a little bit more, and then the other one will be a little bit droopier. And so I just kind
That's
of have
nice.
to I kind of try to push them from underneath to make them match. Or if if one is too high, I would push it from the top and try to push
See,
it down
they're
until
both
the
on
match.
my lash line. This one's on my lash line, and so is this one. But this one seems to be
Yeah, but
really
since your lash
tall.
line has like that curve to it, sometimes it'll like sit a little
Yeah.
bit different. So I usually just try to like move them into place.
And I'm looking in here, and they all look to be the same length. So I'm like, you know what? Some of them aren't. They're not uniform. Because I'm looking in here, you might not be able to see it though, but like this one looks really short compared to the ones around it. And I know y'all can't really see. And there's a couple of them that looks really long. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Now one foo-foo lash.
Yes, should definitely charge more for clusters than strip lash.
They're easier for me to use though, surprisingly. Y'all know I'm weird. All right, so let's put another one on the other side.
Oh, and then I forgot. That was the whole point, was that I went to get the wig so I could have these earrings on.
All right. I should have just put on the foo-foo one, so that's backward. Okay. We both got quiet, and this is a long one.
Yeah.
We got one long one here, and then this. Oh my gosh, I am a mess. Do I want to keep going with these lashes, with these clusters, or just like I got 3 on each side? This
I
one is
think
not
3
on my
on
lash.
each is enough.
Hmm.
I think 3 is enough. I think a lot of times, like if you do more than like 2 or 3, you might as well
do a
a
strip.
lash. Yeah.
Yeah. This one is not on my lash line at all.
Why is
Who
my
here wears
nail
lashes besides Janessa? Because she wears them every look. I just do it once in a blue moon.
Oh yeah, it says Janessa. Yeah, it's coming up backwards. This is one of
Janessa,
my
yeah.
little.
Ah, thank you, Joe.
Janessa things.
She said we look amazing.
Oh, thank
You
you.
need to learn how to cut your lace that natural to my hairline like you are. Yeah, the strip one, these are easier for me to put on than the strip ones. And I think because I don't have to keep readjusting them. Like once it's there, it's there. Where strip lashes, like Janessa was saying, you put it on, take it off, make sure it's positioned, put it in the center first, and then squeeze the edges, yada, yada, yada. Where strip lashes, just put it where it is, and then that's it. Somebody's asking if your earrings are heavy. The whole time I've been trying to figure out your neck. Realize seeing him backwards.
The earrings they're not too bad. These aren't too bad. I have bigger ones. The ones with the pearls are a little bit lighter than if this was all crystal. But I still glue them. So I use nail glue because beauty comes before comfort. And so we nail glue our earrings right to our head.
It's the right way. I just realized one side I had 3 lashes, and this side I only got 2. So we're gonna put one more over here. Ow! I pinched my skin. This one looks long too. Oh my god. Where the hell? I've never heard of gluing your earrings on. What? Gluing your earrings on? Did you say that, Janessa?
Yeah, you glue earrings on with nail glue so that they don't fall off.
Okay.
Beauty before comfort. It is the drag queen way.
Somebody, maybe like 20 years ago, gave me a gift, and it was earrings. And so what I did, Janessa, I went like this. And they were like, "What?" I said, "Do you see any holes in my ears?" And I know that was rude. The way I said it, I know it was rude. But I'm just like, yeah, I don't have holes in my ears. I did get them pierced when I was like 17. One of them kept getting infected. So I said, okay, the universe is saying don't put holes in my body. So I took them both out and let them close up. Yeah, but I'm like, how you want to give me earrings? I ain't got my ears pierced. People just don't pay attention.
Yeah.
People just do not.
I
Because
used
even
to
when I
have
showed them my
ears
ear, they
pierced,
were like,
but
what? Even showing my ear, they didn't realize they weren't pierced. I'm like,
yeah,
so
I
I
used to have
wasted.
my ears pierced, but they got infected all the time.
Yeah, I wasted glue. And then they say get clip-ons, but because I'm so sensitive to stuff, they always hurt my ears. These lashes are way longer than these. I don't know why, but like when I go like this, you can see the two spikes. Okay. So my look is done. And I dig it. The lashes are looking weird, but I like that the lipstick came out bright because the upper lash line is bright. They always ask or look before I buy someone earrings. Even showing them my ears, they were like, "What?" And I'm like, "Do you see any holes?" Like they still didn't get it. Some people just don't pay attention. I'm just like, yeah, I can't use those. Yeah,
I'm glad that setting sprays have gotten better because another old drag queen trick is to set your makeup is spray it down with hairspray.
yeah. This is
I
my
used to do that
favorite.
all the time. Big old
The
bottle of Aquanet.
Scandinavian.
Oh,
The guy's face I did at the event, I did asked him if he had oily skin. He said yes, and so I sprayed the oil control Scandinavia primer on him. And after I did his look, I sprayed the regular finishing spray on him. One person, I was going to use the barrier spray. I said, take a breath, hold your breath, and close your eyes. And so I sprayed it, and then they opened their mouth and eyes, and they were like, I said, yeah, that's why I told you close your eyes, because they opened their mouth and their eyes too soon, because it is alcohol based and it is strong. Even when I used it for me, I was just like, oh my god, like what the hell? Yeah, but they
yes,
opened
Joan.
too
Aquanet,
soon.
it works. It's terrible for your skin and it feels yuck, but it works.
Yeah, it does. Once I learned to be further away, because that time I sprayed it close, it ate through the makeup. So I'm like, gotta be further away. But yeah, it does work really well. Do I want to do stuff on my face? Are you done with your look or no? Do I need to do more stuff because you're still doing
I th
stuff?
I think I'm done. I think I'm all put together.
Okay, because I'm sitting here looking at these paints. They did not have a red one. This was the most red, and this is a pink.
Oh,
But then they're neon, because then it was like an orange and then like something else, but there was not a red. So are we done or am I going to do more stuff?
well, then I keep looking, I'm like, "What else could I do? What
I know,
else
I
could
keep
I
thinking
do?"
too. And that's what happened with that guy. He said it's an eyeshadow look. And so I did the look and I'm looking and I'm like, I put some blush on him. He was like, "Oh, that's pretty." And then I'm looking again, like, I mean, he was fabulous, just how he was. So I was just like, I don't even need to like think about foundation or whatever, because his skin was gorgeous. And I'm just like, I'm jealous. But yeah, but he loved his look. Yeah, I had sent you his picture. His picture's on my website. So that day I sent that to you. I did post them on FET first, and I tagged them in the picture. And the other two pictures, when I remember to ask when I post pictures, I tagged them on FET, and they also agreed to be on my website too. So they're on there now.
Yay.
I am gonna want to rearrange stuff on there, Janessa, because I like
Yeah.
sites where there's a pull down menu versus across the top. But I'm okay with it like it is now because it's not much even to see on there. Where the hell is this lash? There it is. Alright. So am I doing anything else or
I think we're good. I think I'm gonna stick with it like this. I think my
okay.
urge is always to go too far, and so I'm
Yeah,
gonna
and I
for
got
once.
this in here too that you sent me with these paint. And then I'm like, do I want to put green in my brows? This is from Melt.
Ooh.
Thank you, Joe. She says we look
Yes,
great.
thank you.
Yeah, they were using Aquanet. Always ask or look before I buy someone's earring. Yeah. Oh yeah, I read that one. All right, so we're good. Do I need to do something else?
I think we're good.
I feel like we're hashtag almost team too much.
Yeah.
Because we both want to keep doing stuff. Oh
And
wow.
I always wanna go one step further, one step further. So I'm like, "No, I think we're good. I think this is everything we
Yeah.
need."
Because then it's like, how'd I get on this part of town? Because you kept
Yeah.
going. I kept going. Damn, I done crossed state lines. I done did so much stuff.
Yeah.
But,
I like this.
do you reuse your lashes? Because I never do.
I do, yeah, I take them off and then, I
Mhm.
peel I usually forget to do it until I'm gonna wear them again, but I always make sure to peel the glue off because the glue remnants can get
Yeah.
gunky and like you can get eye yuckies from that. So I always make sure I peel the old glue off.
Yeah, so I haven't reused the pair yet. But
Oh yeah, I use them as long as I can. These Vixen lashes, I have so many lashes anyway, but I can't find ones that I like as much as I like these Blend Bunny
oh,
Vixen
those are super
lashes.
foo-foo.
Yeah, I love them. That's the ones I've got on. Very foo-foo.
Is not on my lash line at all. I just don't like how some are looking long and some are not. So it's looking like I have a different set of lashes over here than over here. So that's annoying me. And it looks like a spider web. I mean, a spider thing, because it's just like it looks like it's only 2 lashes. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like kind of little clumpy lashes sometimes. I think that's fun. That's what I like about these because they have like instead of being like a solid strip, it's like
Yeah,
little clumps. So it's like little spiky bits.
yeah,
And so then it's kind of so you can still see the eye look through it because
yeah,
like you'll see like a cluster of it, but it's not like a whole thick
yeah. But yours
lash.
look uniform because they're both like that. This side isn't like this side, so it's like,
Yeah. This time they're lining up pretty well. Usually one is a little
yeah,
droopy droopy Debbie Downer, and then the other one is like way, way up.
yeah.
But pretty
When I
good.
have my head this way, I can feel the lashes up here on my puff area on this side.
Mm.
That is so weird. Okay.
Thank you,
Alri
Janet.
hmm? So
Oh, I
I
just said
think
thanks, Janet.
you didn't do a red or green lip.
No, I did the orange
That's pretty though.
because my red turned out to be orange.
Okay, y'all. So what do y'all think? Here's a question. Do y'all think we should do this again? This is our second time so far, and it is so much fun. It's like just sitting down playing with a friend with makeup.
Yeah, and we've been talking about this might entice you or it might repel you. I don't know, but we've been talking about what we might do the next time we do this together.
I
And
forgot. What'd we say?
mm,
Okay. No, I'm not repelled at all because you know I like to do stuff and I enjoy
oh, not
painting my
you.
face.
We love to get weird. I mean, the audience might be like, "What? What are the trolls doing now? Like, what's
Well,
happening?"
they know we're different. What I was thinking for Pride was to do stripes of color, different colors across my
Oh, that
face.
could be fun.
So it would be simple, um, but I think that would be nice. That's what I was thinking. Like how that one year I just did different colors in my brows, and I really did like how that looked. It was simple, but it looked nice. And so I'm thinking of just stripes of different colors.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
I have this look that I kind of want to do. I've seen a version of it, and I want to do where I just kind of like you draw a line across, and then it's
Mhm.
almost like it's almost like a mask, but going in a gradient from red to purple. Do the
Ooh,
rainbow, but not just
yeah,
the eyes, like do all the way
the whole
across and then
face.
have little like drips down.
Oh, okay. So just like an eye mask type look.
Yeah. So I think I might
Okay.
try that for Pride.
Ooh. So Janet says yes. And so this is what I propose, Janet, is that we do a live for our Pride looks.
Yeah.
Your hair is like
I know.
bouncing in the wind. Just noticed that. Your hair is like,
Yeah, it has it. This is a double stack, so this is like two wigs put together. So this has its own
oh
like
my
center of gravity.
God. Is it heavy?
It's kind of heavy.
Oh
And
my
it's kind of
gosh.
awkward. Like it doesn't always want to stay on my head, but
Yeah. I just noticed it. It was all right. So y'all, we are going to work out our details for our Pride collab looks. And they are going to be bold and they're going to be fabulous. I already know they're going to be really bold. Um, and I'm excited. And I will definitely use these paints. I would definitely use the paints for that. And so thank you everybody for being here. You'll see us back together next month. And we also have another thing coming up too, if we can ever get our date right. But yeah, we have some stuff coming up that I'm really excited about. And I thank y'all for being here. And y'all are just so much fun. I
yeah.
appreciate y'all being here. So
Yes, thanks for having me again. It was so much fun.
And your outro is?
All right. So let us know what you think about these looks in the comments down below. Give us all your thoughts. While you're down there, don't forget that you can give us that thumbs up to tell us that you appreciated the live. Or if you think that we are just ridiculous, our color choices are terrible, you can go ahead and give us that thumbs down because it's all engagement. The algorithm isn't a picky bitch, and neither am I, and neither is Dion. While you're down there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you'll be notified of all future uploads. Dion uploads much more often than I do. I've been on a little bit of a hiatus, but we're coming back soon with a lot of great stuff. And if you'd like to chat, banter, or commiserate, all of our social media will be linked down in the description box below. And on my page, you'll find a link to my website, The World of Champagne, at janessajay.com.
And thank you to everybody watching the replay. We hope that this was as enjoyable for you as for us. And I noticed my eyes are looking red, like I'm the devil.
It's that red line, or it's like, ah.
But it's making my eyes look red. Ugh. All right, y'all. So my outro is, as always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you. We both thank you. And you will see us both soon. Good night, everybody.
Bye.